we've got third quarter basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Griffin, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Nets 5. Nets leading by 7. Fires, high post. Siakam pulls it in.
And Pascal Siakam can absolutely score hit bunches. Put up 25 in a total last season. When he gets going, look out.
GA, when Pascal Siakam is on, it seems like he's involved in every play. Must stay consistent. But you know what? He's a special player who can carry a team to win on
one.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense. And out of the gates here in the second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
The shot by Birch, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. KD's shot is off.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup? Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team. All families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come into.
Good advice.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
To the paint. That's the red. The 10-footer. Rebounded by the Nets. KD's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5. Looking for some continuity. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Toronto calls timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
The Nets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in. Pass to Van Vliet. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
He's heady. He's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Millsap has the open look. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Siakam's shot is off. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. Nets leading by 6. And here's Harden. He's got 7. Outside Irving. Toronto grabs the miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one, good. Red Hot's got 18 points.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Irving looking for an opening. Poked away, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they still have a firm hold on that second spot. Strong place to be.
And I think for the Raptors, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
Here's Red Hot, and the layup falls. Red Hot's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Anunoby against Harris. Irving for three. Ball's knocked loose, but they get it back. Here's Griffin. Boucher with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Tough to contain Siakam around the rim. He has underrated strength.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And the first one goes. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Brown in for Harris. Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. And it's tied up with that one.
You have to give Pascal Siakam a lot of credit. He's continued to improve the shooting percentage both from the field and the line.
Harden against Van Vliet. And again, it's the Nets missing.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Can they get it? Back to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
Kicks it to Barnes. There's Red Hot. He's covered by Irving. He's off on that one. The Nets go the other way with it. Millsap fires, gets the 14-footer to fall. And now a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
And the defense has to play up on him. Millsap too good to just let him catch and fire.
Here's Siakam to the inside. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Nobody near Barnes. Here's Boucher. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. Boucher's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Harden. Good on the shot. Harden's got 9 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Raptors trail by 4. Van Vliet with it. Count that one.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
1:11 left in the third. The pass to Trent. Millsap against Dragic.
It's all point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Mills looking it over. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. points in the game yet for him. It's good.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
Outside Dragic, 6 on the shot clock. Millsap with the steal. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Oh, Millsap, not the biggest, but he can get up and down.
Now here's Dragic. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Passes it to Trent. Here's the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Trent's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nets out in front. They lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for Toronto right now, they've got ABC. He's out there with Harris. And it's Trent in a shooting guard.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He is dangerous from any part of the floor.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Nets leading by 3. Brown outside.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Brooklyn has possession. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. KD draws the double. And here's Mills for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And if you're the coach, you love to see this. Anunoby creating for someone else.
Durant deciding where to go with it. And Durant gets double teamed. Outside Griffin. Mills finds Brown. Fires the 3. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him.
And though he's become a more complete player, Patty Mills' calling card is still the deep ball.
The Raptors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. There's Dragic with the 3, and again, Toronto with the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. Irving's checked in for the Nets. Harris kicks to Mills. Outside Irving. Takes the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Birch has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Dragic against KD. Basket counts. Birch has got the lead up to 3 now for Toronto.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Former NBA scoring champion KD likes the looks he's seeing tonight, applying constant pressure on the offensive end.
Here's Dragic, and he banks in the lane.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 3. quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. First one falls for him.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
James Harden, he's checked in for Patty Mills. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Trent. And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 15-5 run. Back to Dragic. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Barnes. The shot from the low post is good. Barnes has got 6 points in the quarter.
And whatever it was at halftime worked because their offense far more effective here in the second. They finally found some sets that are working for them.
The drive by KD from deep Harden. Rebound by the Raptors. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
5 on the clock. Here's Birch. Chalk up 2 there. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Red Hot, he's checked in for Toronto. Now Dragic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Goran Dragic, last season coming off the bench for the first time in his 8 years in the league, really excelled in that 6-man role.
He did. He's a guy who creates his own offense. He's also a guy who can organize the reserves and keep things flowing. All about finding ways to continue to flourish, and he did it.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. One of the stories here, Red Hot, getting it done today.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to run him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Red Hot.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, game rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Not a super athlete, but Dragic with enough grit to draw fouls on the dribble drive.
And that one misses. Siakam is checked in for Barnes. He hits the second from the line. Nets trail by 10. Harden up top. He's guarded by Dragic. Looking to get it going. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Over to the left wing. Here's Red Hot, covered by Irving. Here's Red Hot. That shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Shoots. And the shot falls short this time. Toronto leading by 8. Here's Boucher. And again, Toronto no up for the Nets. This one not looking good. Here's KD.
Okay,
That
wait.
basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was.
ting.
Van Vliet's checked in. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Toronto. The pass to Red. And he hits the jump shot. Red Hawks got 22.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Here's Anunoby. The Raptors rebound.
Nice job. Clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big foul. On its way from Irving for two. The offensive rebound. Durant, and it's blocked. It's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. .125 left in the fourth quarter. Right side, Irving. Yes, that goes in.
Kyrie scores so easily. You couldn't leave this league and score in one day.
Raptors in by 8. Pass to Anunoby. Now, here's Siakam. Passes it to Red. Pocket 6. Out to the right wing. For the three. Buries it from three-point range. Anunoby's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Raptors.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Red Hot.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Pass to Red. This one for three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Anunoby in the corner. From deep three-point range, they'll get another chance.
Man, that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And here's Harden for three. Nailed from three-point land.
And without a doubt, one of the most advanced scorers this game has ever seen. Harden can do damage from just about anywhere.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.